2, 3. Hey there, hockey fans. Welcome into the Division I season preview as we kind of get things going here for the Division I women's hockey team on the season. They've already played 3 games, their first road trip of the season, and a pretty solid start for them.
Yeah, it really has been a solid start, obviously. I mean, the road to the Nationals is going to be on the road, so you got to be able to play on the road and do well. And you start things off going against a couple conference foes. You have a very impressive showing in the game 1 against Lindenwood Belleville. You're able to dominate them 4-0 and getting a lot of lines moving and also a lot of scoring from different players. But then not the case in game number 2. Credit Lindenwood for making the adjustments that they needed to do, and then unfortunately, Flames came out a little bit flat. Probably a long road trip tired them out. But then they did rebound and respond very well, going against McKendree, winning that one 4-0. So obviously, yeah, starting the year off 2-1. And then I think it's kind of similar to last year. I mean, when they played Lindenwood here, they dropped the second game in a 3-game series, losing in a shootout. But I mean, I think so far right now, I think if you're the coaching staff for the Flames, you got to like what you're seeing. So, and it's a long season.
Once again, the Flames 2-1 to start the season. They're going up against Lindenwood Belleville and McKendree. Here's what Coach Lowe's had to say about the weekend's games.
Yeah, it was an interesting road trip to start our regular season. Getting to kick off our season against the team we saw in the finals in Lindenwood Belleville. It was a good 2-game series with them. I thought game 1 was pretty smooth for us and thought we had a pretty good 60 minutes early in the season. Game 2 was kind of polar opposite. I think we made a number of pretty bad mistakes, and they really capitalized on it. And we got in a pretty deep hole pretty fast, and we weren't able to climb out. So not the way we envisioned finishing up our second game with Belleville, but the bright spot on the weekend was getting to bounce back and play McKendree really quickly after that loss. And we had a pretty solid game against McKendree. We did some good things, so it was nice to see us bounce back quickly. And there was a lot of other bright spots. We had some offensive production especially from some of our new players, and to get a power play goal in that game was a good sign. I think we're really excited for our home opener. Get UMass here at home for 2 games. And then we actually get them 2 on the road right after. So it's going to be a 4-game series. I think it'll be nice for us to stay at home, a little home cooking, and get to play in the LaHaye Ice Center for the first time as a league game. I think UMass is a little bit of an unknown. They had a very solid team last year, but I know they brought in a big recruiting class, and they're quite young. But I think we just got to be ready. Like every weekend, we got to be ready for teams' best shots at us, and we're going to have a big target all year long, and it'll be fun to see how the girls respond.
Well, Pat, coming up this weekend is UMass, and this is another team, obviously, the Flames are going to have to be prepared for, and they want to chalk up 2 more wins.
Yeah, absolutely. It's your home opener, so you definitely want to start, obviously, your home opener and your home slate of games off right, especially when you play UMass and you hit the road. Then you got big Adrian coming in to close out the month, so obviously you want to get things rolling, and then, as you said, you want to chalk up 2 more wins before the computer rankings start coming up, so put yourself in a prime position so you're not having to battle so much trying to climb up on that mountaintop. But yeah, I think this is a good quality opponent. Coach Wright always has his team ready to play when they come in, not only against the Flames, but here at the LIC. And this is a team that, for UMass, they're going to want to try to make the push to Nationals after just being out last season. So obviously expect a very good and tight game against the Flames from the Minute Women, but obviously, as Coach Lowe's, he talked about it, he's going to have his ladies ready because obviously he has tape on them. He knows kind of that team pretty well now going into his 3rd year, and I think the Flames are going to be able to have a very solid showing once again.
You have to think each and every season that they continue to be national champions, the difficulty level is going to get higher and higher, Pat, in the sense that teams want to come in and knock you off. They don't want to let you be defending national champion 3 years in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the team even knows that. Talking to some of the girls and even the coaching staff when we did their season preview a few weeks ago, they talked about how they know that last year we had a target on our back. Yeah. Well, now we're a 2-time champion. The target just got even bigger, and so did the spotlight, and now that even adds a little bit more to the pressure because I think they know, like, we're not expecting to go undefeated, and you honestly don't want to go undefeated because you have to know what adversity is and how to battle through it. And now that you're facing some a little bit early, I think it's going to bode well for them for their future. And as Coach Lowe's always talking about. It's about building
Yeah.
to the national championship. And now you have to build to the conference championship, which is a national tournament level type of atmosphere before you play at national. So obviously that's what they want to build to. And they know they're always going to get everyone's best game. So they have to show up and make sure they put their best foot forward if they want to be able to not only win conference, be the #1 team going into nationals, and then three-peat.
Well, best foot forward starts this weekend. Flames hosting UMass in their home opener. For Patrick Strawn and Brett McGibbon. In the meanwhile, make sure you check us out on social media.
Oh, yes.
Club Sports, all these beauty things, a little here down below.
That's right.
We'll see you this weekend.